everybody. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. I want to welcome all those who are new to the channel. Consider subscribing and don't forget to thumbs up this video on your way out. Also, thank you for those who continue to tune in. So, first and foremost, just getting back in town. I will get to the comments in the next few days, so bear with me, but I did scan the previous video comments. If anybody missed it, you can go back and watch it. It was a life update. I want to thank you all for the congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who liked, who commented, all of that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. So you already know how this week, now that we're back from vacation, is going for me. So again, bear with me while out on vacation during downtime, like sitting in the airport or sitting somewhere. I did get to as many comments in previous videos as I could. I think the only outstanding ones are the most recent video, so give me a few days. I will get to those comments. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. As you can tell by the title, this is what I made and took on vacation. But first, I want to address a couple administrative things. Quite excited about this. So the subscriber pick for the month of October, I pretty much knew this was going to get selected, which I'm fine with. It is McCall's 8244. That is the one I am going to do. I know I'm not going to do the hooded version. I'll definitely do A and C. And there's a couple different things. I have some athletic fabric. You know what I'm trying to say. And so, but I think I kind of want to do what I'm seeing on the cover, maybe not for the pants, but what I'm gonna do is, because I do need some more athletic fabric, I'm just gonna run to Joann's and get something, because this is gonna be a super easy make. Will I do a sew along? I feel like there is a sew along on YouTube already for this pattern. I'll check and see. I'll check when I'm editing this and put it on the screen if it is, and if there is one, I'll just link it in the description. It might be several. If there's several, I'm not linking all of them. I'll just tell you in the on the screen that there are sew alongs. Just do a YouTube search for it. I'll let you know. But I mean, if there isn't, I can do a sew along. This looks super basic, but I can do a sew along within the video like I've done in other videos, but we shall see. So that is the subscriber pick for the month of October. Thank you everyone who voted. McCall's 8244. Next, it is Love Notion's 40% off sale all week long. So all week it started on the, I feel like it started on the, I have been out of the loop, but it's going on now. It goes until the 11th. So until the 11th, which is Friday, this Friday. You can use my code for an additional percentage off as a brand ambassador. And so there is a code that you use. It is FLASH40. Actually, it is, let me make sure, because you need to put, yeah, it is. At checkout, you put FLASH40 to get the 40% off. But if you want an additional off of that, use SND445. So you're going to get an additional percentage off by using my ambassador code. For those who don't know, I am a brand ambassador for Love Notion. So I will put on the screen here my code in addition to the FLASH40 code that you need to use at checkout. And I'll also put that down in the description box. So make sure you take advantage of the 40% off sale. The only thing the sale does not include is the band camp. And you all know from the month of September, I tested both the men and the women's band camp. It doesn't include the band camp, but everything else is full game. The workshops, the courses, all of the other patterns, full game. 40% off. Use FLASH40 and use my code SND445 $4.45. Again, on the screen, and I'll put it down in the description box below. Plus, what you will get this time for the flash sale, which is quite exciting, you will get a free pattern. Now, the free pattern, I do believe, will automatically pop up in your cart when you check out. And it is the t-shirt pattern. It is the free classic tee pattern. So also known as the staple pattern from Love Notions. If you already have it, you won't get it again. But if you never purchased it or anything like that, it will automatically be added to your cart when you shop. So head on over to Love Notions. Again, I will leave my affiliate link, my codes, and everything down in the description box. You want to save a bit extra. Courses, workshops, all patterns except for Bandcamp. And also, make sure you see, like I said, the classic tee should pop up in your cart. And final thing, if you are new to Love Notion patterns, or you want to see some of the ones I have made, head on over to the playlist. I'll leave the playlist in the description box, but I'll have the playlist pop up at the end of this video, and you can go through. You have a few days. Go through. Maybe there's some certain patterns you're thinking about that you might want to purchase, or you want to know what my opinion or my review of it was. Feel free to check the playlist, and then you can see what my review was, what my thoughts were on that particular pattern. And make sure that, again, you use the code SND445 for an additional off the flash 40 code. So you do have to put in 2 codes, just so we're clear. And if you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comment section below. I will definitely try to get to the comments as soon as possible, but the sale ends on October 11th. Head on over to Love Notions and you'll see all of that. I am actually wearing the Love Notions Harmony. I have made 3 of these, and I've done actually there's a dedicated video on their channel, Love Notions channel, of this, but I also talked about it, of course, here on my channel, and so it'll pop up in the playlist as well if you are interested. So what did I sew up for vacation? Where did we go? All of the good things. So you see here, Lady Dane is wearing the Itch to Stitch Deba Topper. This is a free pattern. I have already done a pattern review on this pattern, so you can head on over and watch it. It'll pop up here in the iCards. So this was one of the items I had planned to take. So for this particular trip, I knew I didn't want to make a bunch of stuff. I wasn't looking to make a bunch of different items or anything like that. We headed to Florida. We headed actually to Tampa, Florida. Now, let me say this before I get into, you know, everything that I made for the trip. Prior to us leaving, because of Hurricane Helene, we knew the Tampa area was impacted. We were thinking we needed to cancel our trip. However, where we were staying, the resort we were staying at, and the surrounding area, we checked and double checked, even checked with the resort and all that. They weren't impacted, and the areas around it where we were staying weren't impacted. When we did go in, once we, you know, got there and everything like that, obviously we had to drive from the airport to the resort. And along certain streets, you did see the debris piled high on blocks, several blocks. And as we got closer to where we were staying, we actually stayed at the Safety Harbor Resort and Spa. And so as we got closer to there, the location, you didn't see as much debris or anything. And so we were like, oh, but, you know, we didn't, you know, we live in Houston. We went through a couple hurricanes. It's like, okay, they didn't seem to be hit as much. Or I don't want to say at all. So what happened was, what we learned is that, I guess the closer we got to Safety Harbor is more elevated, so the places weren't where the place where we drove through was on lower elevation, and so as we were going to Safety Harbor, apparently that is a higher elevation. At least that's what the locals was telling us. And our resort is right across the street from Safety Harbor downtown, where all the shops are. When I tell you, this little area is so cute. You know, when you go to towns and everything, they have those little small downtowns, little shopping areas, a lot of cute and quaint boutiques and restaurants and everything. All of that was open. There was only maybe, at least the block we walked down, there was maybe one that was closed, and we can tell that they were doing some stuff on the inside. There were a few places that we stopped at. Bassano Cheesecake Factory was one, because we went there twice. And then there was the ice cream place. Now I can't even remember the name of it. I would have had pictures and video pop up on the screen, but that place, they were impacted. The owner told us that they were closed for like 3 days. No, yeah, after the hurricane hit, but then they were able to open like midday on that Saturday before we got there, and they've been open since. But as it got closer for us to leave and we left, our flight left at 5 o'clock in the morning on October 7th, Monday, October 7th. So we had an early flight out. That was all. We never changed it. It was always set that way. And so obviously on the way out, and while we were there, we saw that Hurricane Milton was coming. And so as we were talking to the locals and talking to the business owners, they weren't sure at the time if they were going to be under mandatory evacuation. I've since learned that that area is under mandatory evacuation. So definitely praying for all of them to be hit back to back. Some of those restaurants and everything were hit with water and everything like that, but nothing where they had debris and everything out. But now they have to take different precautions because this is expected to be a heavier impact on them. So definitely praying for everyone in that area. Definitely hurricanes can be a beast. So what I made only the 3 things. This one I was sure to finish this back in September. I just wanted it done. The other 2 I finished the week before we left, which is last week when you're seeing this. So the second thing I made was the husband's Know Me 2041. This is the Donnie Q, his shorts and the pants that unzip around the leg. I was doing the shorts. So you all know the husband, he already has a TNT. But you all know I struggle with that pattern a little bit. That it's just parts of the construction. I just wasn't, it's not one of those patterns that I enjoyed necessarily sewing up. And so I was always looking for another shorts pattern for him that is much easier, you know, to pull together. And so new TNT, I'm gonna tell you out the gate. Know Me 2041, easy TNT out the gate. Now here's the funny part. When I purchased the pattern, it comes in 2 different size packs. So I have the size pack 34 to 42, and it also comes in, it must be 44 to 52, I think is the overlapping size. And so I should have gotten a larger pack, but what I did was I made a muslin because my husband was at the top of the size range. His waist is 42, hip 41. And so for the waist on this size pack, it's only a 39. And the hip is 45. So I wasn't all that concerned with the hip because his hip is 41, but his waist is 42. And I was like, ooh, you know, I didn't know with a garment measurement, and I know there's ease built into. So I said, okay, let me do a muslin. And what I did for him was I sewed everything up at 3/8 inch seam allowance, the whole thing, because I was like, I'm not obviously going to buy another pattern. It's too late. I I purchased this, you guys, back in August of 2023. Never paid attention till I got the wrong size, that I had gotten the wrong size. Actually, I think I purchased this at the same time I made the puffer jacket, the Norris coat, the puffer coat, and I got the wrong size. You guys remember that? And I had to go back and get, when the sale went on again, to get a different size. I think I must have bought this during that time of buying all of the wrong sizes. But anyway, there is a sew along on YouTube that Donnie does on the Simplicity channel. And so it is when I say I really like to sew along, in that what he was sure to do is on the right side of the fabric, he wrote on the right side, so you know what piece he was referring to and you wouldn't get lost. You know how sometimes you can watch a sew along and you can see obviously the right and wrong side of the fabric, and you know, they make it easy, whoever's doing the sew along kind of make it easy for you to understand as you're going along. He made it even easier. He took it a step further by writing the pieces, the numbers and what it was on the right side, so you saw exactly what he was doing and you didn't get confused or lost. And so I thought, very good sew along. I'll link to it down below. No questions about that. I thought everything went beautifully for this. It's sewed up really well. Like I said, it is the husband's new TNT pattern, because I do like this. I like the option that I can put the cargo pockets on. Now, when I did the shorts, because I was just doing shorts, the pattern comes with the unzip from the top of the pant to the bottom if you decide to do that. Well, I wasn't doing that, and the sew along is for that version. So that would be version B with the bottom of the pants. I think so. No, A is the top of the shorts, and then unzip and then the bottom. So I did view B, just the shorts. So because I was doing view B, just the shorts, I added length to that, to the length that my husband likes to wear his shorts. So I end up adding on 4.5 inches to that, the shorts pattern. And yeah, that's how I adjusted for that. I would my husband's style is not the unzip around the pants. That's just not his thing, and so I wouldn't make that anyway for him. So I did just cut the pattern directly, added the 4.5 inches. I could have just, you know, measured, taped the bottom of the pants to the shorts and measure down that way, but I didn't want to do that. And so yeah, I just lengthened the shorts, and that worked out just fine. It fits him well. Now here is where I messed up. Overall instructions good, highly recommend. It is the new TNT. Now where I messed up on this is, and I've done this before, when I'm adding waistbands to pants like this, like jeans and different stuff. I don't know why I always do this. I've done this on several occasions. So even somebody like me, trust me, have done this many a times. So I'm going to grab the shorts real quick and explain to you what I did. Okay, so the shorts are completely done. I'm gonna pop up a video here. The only thing I did not do, I was waiting to do, was to add the snaps onto the back pockets and onto the front where the zipper is. And so what I decided to do, you guys, I was like, what in the heck? When I added the waistband, it was so puckery. It looked horrible, and I was like, what in the world did I do? And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I press it. So I attached it and everything, and I pressed it, and I was like, okay, maybe I can press all these puckers out and everything. That didn't work. It looked ugly. It was horrendous, you guys. And what I come to realize is that I attached, and you all probably figured this out already, I attached the waistband upside down onto the shorts, so the fullest part gets attached to the body, right? And then the more narrow part is the part that you fold in. I did it wrong way around, and I even marked, because you have the interesting thing about this pattern is you have a back pattern piece, waistband piece. You have a left and a right pattern piece. So it's made to fit right around your waist, right? So I do like that about the pattern. And I even marked it, you guys. And then when I attached it, I'm like, why isn't this working? Why is this so bunchy and so full? And I come to realize that, oh, the part that I attached to the body was upside down. And you guys, so what I ended up doing was, I had a hair appointment, and while I was sitting at the hair appointment, I just unpicked the whole waistband because I was like, we're not doing that. We passed that, just kind of muzzling through and making it work. It looked completely tacky and ridiculous. So I took the waistband off, and because I know it's stretched all out of shape, I am going to cut a new waistband. Notice I said I am going to, because I didn't even try to fix this before we left. I was like, oops. And my husband was like, oh, where are my shorts? I was like, sorry, had to take the waistband off. It was not looking good. And so yeah, but he had other shorts to take and whatnot. But here are the shorts. This is how they look. They turned out really good. Here are the back pockets. I like this pattern. I love it. I actually love it. And putting the back pockets on, I love this pattern. I absolutely love this pattern. Nice deep pockets. That was one of the things I had to adjust in the other pattern that I used to make for him, is always lengthen. You know, I adjusted the pattern, but the pocket wasn't deep enough. These pockets are deep. And optionally, I could, he's not a big, he has some shorts with cargo pockets on the side, but that's not really his thing. And so if I wanted to, I could add the cargo pockets, because that's a pattern piece on the side. But I highly recommend this pattern. Highly recommend this pattern. And I think it's if you're sewing for your husband for the first time, some shorts or something like that, this is a really good pattern to do. Really good pattern to do. So I will get this waistband on sometime this month, and then I'll take pictures and post and tag and do all of that on social media. But yeah, until then, this is where we're at. And the waistband only took, you know, it takes under an hour to do. So it's not going to take long. I just need to recut the, cut all that out is all. And attach it, because everything else, the hem and everything else on here is done. So yeah, that's where your girl messed up on these. I had to laugh at myself. I was like, no, I didn't attach this waistband upside down. Anybody else do that? And I've done that so many times on pattern, you know, jeans or pants that required a waistband, separate waistband attachment. I've done that so many times in the past. And so yeah, I'm just not paying attention. And especially if there's a left waistband, right waistband, and you want to make sure you attach it to the left and right side of, yeah. Anyway, the last thing that I made, so that was item number 2. Item number 1, the last thing that I made was, and when I tell you, I got so many compliments on this, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here is the top. This is the Friday Pattern Company Seguro set. After I saw Marty Soul's video, no, she posted on Instagram, and her Seguro set, and I was like, I need to just do that. And I said I was going to do it, and I did, and here it is. So the shorts, and I made, instead of pants, I did shorts, and then here's the top. So this one is the one I will save for a separate video review that you will all see come Sunday. So I'm going to wrap up this video for today. So that is it. Not to leave you in suspense, but you're going to have to come back on Sunday to get the full review and the lowdown on the Seguro and how she looked on me. Yeah, so cute, you guys. So cute. Slightly out of my comfort zone with that top, but you'll see and hear about all of that in Sunday's video. Once again, the Love Notions 40% off sale is going on. Use Flash40 and use my code SND445. Again, everything will be linked down in the description box. The playlist for Love Notions, all the patterns I have made and sewn up is in the playlist that will pop up at the end of this video. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll link to, I got the pattern for ME 2041 from Joann Fabrics during the sale. So you can catch it at Joann Fabrics. I'll link to where it is on Simplicity. And then the Deborah Topper by Itch to Stitch, I'll link to that video if you want to see a full review. It's actually an ASMR video. I sewed it up and everything on video. So yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed rest of your week. And yeah, we shall see you on Sunday. Bye.